Hold My Drink Extra Juice with Charlene and Ellie, a GoLoud original podcast, proudly sponsored by Pennies. Get this season's must-haves in a store near you.
Welcome to Hold My Drink Extra Juice, which is kindly sponsored by Primark or Pennies, the ultimate high street destination that has everything you need this spring. Get your style out there, have some fun and celebrate yourself at Primark.
Primark is the ultimate high street store every girl is obsessed with. Spring is here. It's time to go big on your wardrobe.
I love spring fashion and summer.
Yeah.
I'm not a winter girl at all. I don't know how to dress in winter time.
I don't know. I can't tell what I am. I don't know.
I just love all the colours.
It changes every year. I love this time of year when it's like pastel-y. I just think of little small chickens. Like,
yeah, Easter.
yeah. All the Easter colours. Everything is pastel-y.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel like when you walk into Pennies, you can see.
You know what time of year it is?
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away. Stand out with Primark's latest Spring 2023 collection. The range is characteristically cool. Think pop and bright colours, alluring florals, as well as having utility-inspired khaki cowards, giving it a touch of edge for standout street-style moments.
Did you know you can also check what is in your local store on the Primark website with their new stock finder as well? It's so handy, but sure, we're always popping in and out anyway, but this just makes it
so
definite
easy
that the item you're looking for is in stock.
And you can literally search
store.
in the search bar like denim skirt or
and
whatever
they'll
you want, it comes up.
Handy dandy.
It's so good. You can log on to www.primark.com/ie to check out all their spring pieces and see what's in your local store with their new stock finder. Have a go of it and see how easy it is, because it's so handy. This is our bonus episode where we get to answer even more of your dilemmas, and we always ask for updates, and we have received
the goss that we get from the update. I love it. I'm gonna lie down.
Excited, yeah. Okay. So
let's go.
We answered this dilemma in bonus episode 45 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
So this was the dilemma. My boyfriend and I have been together for 11 years. We talked about kids, marriage, the whole lot, and that was always in our plans down the road after we travelled, etc. Recently I found out I was pregnant and couldn't believe it, as not long ago I was told I could really struggle with conceiving in the future. The problem is my boyfriend does not want to be a father yet, saying it's ruining both our lives and our plans. We'll have to give up everything we once wanted. I know it's not ideal, but we do not live together and we had plans. As we do not live together and had plans. He reacted really badly when I told him and wouldn't speak to me. He keeps saying he'll do the right thing, but he's no choice but to stick by me, etc. But I feel like this is just putting a plaster on our relationship and pretending, if that makes sense. What would you do? Here's the update. Hi birds. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for answering my dilemma. I was listening to work and almost had a heart attack. I replayed it 3 times and couldn't believe it was mine. Oh! Update, my dilemma was about my partner reacting badly to me being pregnant. We weren't speaking for a few weeks and I booked a scan appointment. He wanted to come, so I let him, and we did get bad news. Oh, I unfortunately had a miscarriage a few weeks later, and he did come to every one of my hospital appointments with me. He was so sorry for how he reacted, and he was there for me through it all. We're working on our relationship, and I'm currently in therapy to help sort through my emotions. Thank you for your advice.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Jesus.
But do you know what? I heard something really nice recently, that the DNA from a child that dies stays with you, so it'll come back to you.
Does it?
Something
It stays in you?
It stays part of you. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
nice.
made that little DNA, and
and it stays. I don't know if it will come out in the next child you have, or it just stays in your body, but it will always be with you, whatever way. Which is a nice way to think of it. But I feel like he.
Do you think that made him realise
how he was acting, definitely, because it's such a hard thing to have to go through like that.
Oh God,
that must be. It probably will bring you closer in a way as well.
As tragic as it is, it probably helped yous.
Yeah,
were you there?
Yeah, and thank God he did cop on, because if he had, still back in the ball.
No, especially through something like that.
You need some support there for something like that,
especially the father.
Yeah, that's the most important. Yeah. But we hope you're okay. I'm very sorry to hear about that.
Sorry.
And thank God you're okay.
Yeah. So the next one is, we answered this dilemma in bonus episode 24. Is that years ago?
God, that's a while ago, yeah.
So the dilemma was, so I've been seeing someone for just over 9 months now. We've had the... Oh, sorry.
I remember this one.
Do you?
Yeah.
We've had the chat about not seeing or meeting other people a few months back. So you could say we're exclusive, but he still hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. He's coming to day 2 of my sister's wedding and will be meeting my family soon too, so I'm just confused as to why we're not official yet. Maybe he's just assuming we're official, but I'd still like him to ask. The advice that we gave was to bring up the wedding and ask him how you should introduce him to your family. Did we say that? We're brilliant.
That's very good.
We're so good at this.
Wow.
To put the ball in his court. So, yeah. So the update is, hi birds. I've been thinking about giving you an update with quite a while, but I just feel like it's a bit boring.
No, they're never boring.
But I couldn't be happier with the outcome, so I said I'd share it. I kind of took your advice. On day 2 of the wedding, I got one of the girls to ask him when he's going to ask me. Ha! I love that. It's like, no, you ask him.
Yeah, you do.
He told her that he wanted to make it special and he wanted to wait until the wedding antics calmed down and my siblings went back home. They both lived abroad with their husband, wife, children, so we can have our own moment. We went on holidays together soon after and he asked me to be his girlfriend on the first night. He even said, even though we've definitely been together since the summer, but this is me officially asking you. I genuinely couldn't be happier with this man. He's always my number one supporter and treats me exactly how I know I should be treated. He's the perfect example of if he wanted to, he would.
Aww.
Thanks so much again, girlies. Love the pod as well.
Oh, that was
I love that.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's not boring.
No.
That's so cute.
That's a lovely, happy ending.
Oh, thank you for the update.
And it was good what you done with your friend. It's very smart.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
Cute.
very happy.
Love it.
Things we love to hear.
Yes.
So this one we answered, it was a dilemma we answered in episode 46, which is 3 weeks ago. Myself and my boyfriend have been together for over 2 years now. I'm 23 and he's 31, so there's quite an age gap. When we met January 2020, I'd just come out of a 4-year relationship. When we met, I made it clear I wasn't looking for anything serious and played the fields. Fast forward maybe 3 weeks after meeting him, I stayed in his house overnight and he freaked out because I still had Tinder on my phone. The next day when I left, I consulted the girls and decided to run a mile. I blocked him, then off everything, and even though it was March, I tried to have a hot girl summer. I went off another man during this time. It was roughly 2 weeks after being blocked by him for context. We'll call the second man Tim. Myself and my boyfriend made up about 2 weeks later after I'd seen Tim. He found out about Tim a couple of months later and called me awful names while on family holiday in front of my family. We stayed together during all this, but sometimes he would still bring up the whole Tim situation in an argument. He has a very bad temper too. He would honestly go nuts over anything when he's in a mood. Whenever I've told him I'm out and can't live this anymore, he'll say if I walk out the door, I'll never be welcome back, almost like he's trying to scare me into staying. My question is, do you think there is any fix in this relationship? And if not, how do I get out of the situation? Our advice was that you need to get out. We did an episode with Women's Aid a few months ago and talked about red flags and controlling behaviour in relationships, with advice about where to go to help if you think you might be in a toxic relationship and how to get out of it. So listen back to that episode with Women's Aid if anyone else is in a similar situation. But here's the update. Firstly, hi birds.
I love the way they all start.
I know, so cute. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for your advice. Since sending the dilemma, things have gotten so much worse. Telling me what to wear, threats, etc. I walked away in the end and initially felt a million times better. However, skip 2 months post breakup, it hasn't been straightforward to say the least. During the last 2 months of not being together, I've called into the house a few times. He kept the house. We had got a dog together about 2 years ago and I was making it very clear I was only going in to see my baby. It didn't take long for him to presume that we'd be getting back together. Unfortunately, I don't see my dog anymore to escape him having these thoughts and living a controlled life by that man. At first, when I stopped calling in, he would come into my work and drive around my little village I moved back to. He would know nobody in this village for context. He hasn't been doing this as much lately, but I still will get malicious texts here and there. I tried to ignore all this and went on a date with a new boy, but felt myself constantly looking around, nearly afraid that my now ex would see us. Birds, I'm nearly in fear of seeing the man because I genuinely don't know how he'd react or even just see me. I'm also in fear of blocking his phone number in case anything was happening to my baby doggy. If you birds have any idea how to move on, please help. Love you loads. Oh,
I think don't be afraid of blocking him because that's still giving him power.
Yeah, that's still him controlling you.
And if something did happen to the dog, I'm sure there's a way he could get in contact with you to tell you. Like, I'd love to think he wouldn't be that malicious or evil to not tell you.
Yeah.
Like, there is always ways. Like, I know blocking someone that's between you and them. That's blocking the contacts between you and them. But if there was an emergency and someone did need to get in touch with you, they'd find a way.
through a friend or whatever
someone,
else. Yeah. I think as well, if you're going on dates and stuff, maybe like go places that you know you wouldn't really go. Like just at the start, because you can't just say, oh, just don't look around. Like obviously you're going to be looking around, so like go places that make you feel more secure that you won't be there. Just for both your sakes. Like he'd obviously, like it's just not good to bump into your ex on a date with someone new. Never.
Not ideal.
It's not what you want.
No.
So, yeah, I think something like that as well, and just kind of, yeah, I think blocking them as well.
Yeah,
Defo, because you're still kind of stuck in.
You're still giving him
a little
power.
Bit. Yeah.
He needs to know that you're taking back any sort of. You're taking back your.
Yeah. Because sometimes by not blocking them, they think they still have a way in.
Yeah.
They're like, oh well, obviously she's
going to see this message.
Yeah.
And that's it. You are going to see the messages. You are going to see the phone calls, whether you're responding to them or not. They will still play a part in your head.
Yeah.
So when you block that, let the fucker send as many messages as he wants.
Yeah.
You're not going to know what any of them say. Like,
no.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah. Live in like ignorance.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Can't see the message that you're sending. Can't hurt you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of you for getting out of this.
Yeah.
Because that's
proud of you for taking those steps.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Is taking the steps and walking away.
The rest is easier.
The rest is downhill. Is that what they say? Uphill. Downhill.
It's a downhill. No.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
No, because downhill is easier. It's easier to go downhill, isn't it?
Yeah, you've done the worst. You've climbed the mountain. You're on the way down.
Yeah, you're on the way back down now. Yeah. In a good way.
That
sounds like it's so wrong.
No, I know. So these dilemmas are the ones from this week now, and they've come into our email address, which is homeordrink@goloudnow.com. So you can send them there if you have any kind of life dilemmas.
So the first one is, hi girls, just want to say you're both doing a great job and really help people, but right now I'm stuck in a little situation. Myself and my mate, who's a boy, have been friends for years, since we're 12, and we are now both 28. We both never told each other how we felt. He moved away to a different part of Ireland 10 years ago, and we haven't spoken much until recently. He texted me on Facebook saying he really loves me and wants to be in a relationship, but the only problem is he has kids and a girlfriend. He wants to meet up and see how things go, because I do genuinely love this guy, and it just hurts so much that after so long he only tells me now about how he feels when he knows he can't leave his girlfriend. Any advice would be appreciated, girls. Thank you so much. Yikes.
Wants to be in a relationship. The only problem is that he has a girlfriend. I love how that is a quite big issue.
Light problem there now. Oh God.
I think in a situation like that, like, let him do his. If he really feels so strongly about you, he's not going to want to still be with the girlfriend and be with you. Then that's not fair on you. And like, if he actually does mean that, then I'd be like, here, okay, if you want that, then end things with your girlfriend. I'm not going to speak to you until then. I suppose that for him is a risk, but like, if that's what it takes, you can't just, I might try and see if we're if it's better, I'll break up. Then I'll break up with my girlfriend.
How does he think him just texting her now, being like, I want a relationship with you now?
Men are so brazen. Like, they just will,
like, okay,
fine.
Yeah. I don't know, like, he wants strong feelings for him.
Meet up and see how things go. No, like, you can't do that.
No.
You're so blinded by it now because obviously you have strong feelings for him, but like, it's going to end up in hurt. And if something like that's going to end up in hurt, let him do it. And then you can pursue something after that.
Yeah.
Because right now.
Do you think if he came at her from a different angle in a few weeks or months' time, being like, I've left my girlfriend, I want to support the kids still, but I need to see where this can go with me and you. Do you think that's different than now?
Yeah. Because like, if he breaks, he's obviously not happy with the girlfriend now. So
but he's staying with her.
So it shouldn't matter if he breaks up with her and it doesn't work out with this girl who's writing in. It shouldn't matter if he broke up with her then, because he's like not happy either way. Yeah. So he doesn't have the excuse of like, I don't want to break up with her because in case we don't work out. Like, no, if you're not happy, you're not happy. Yeah. Either way. So I'm not going to be dealing with shit as long as you're still in a relationship with someone that's not fair.
He just wants to keep the girlfriend in case it doesn't work out with this one.
Yeah, but if you're not happy, you're not happy. So it shouldn't be. Either way, you should break up with them. Yeah. I think don't get yourself involved until that door is closed with the girlfriend.
With the girlfriend, yeah. If he's genuinely not happy,
you'll be the one left heartbroken, and you'll be sick looking at them. Probably say happy together, and what are you then? Like, you're just left with nothing. Like, and you probably feel shit about
why
it.
men do that.
Men are fucking bastards.
I don't get it.
And the fact
they have full blown girlfriend.
And the fact he texted her so like casually, nearly makes you feel like, oh, that's normal, and you're like, wait, well, no, it's not at all, because they're so brazen that they just say it like that. You nearly get tricked into doing it.
Yeah. So,
the computer says no to this.
Yeah.
But let us know, because you probably won't listen to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you want to do something like,
you're like,
no one, we don't even take our own advice sometimes.
We really don't.
Next one is, I've been with my boyfriend for nearly 8 years. Before we got together, I was friends with this guy. We were never seeing each other or anything, but we did exchange a few flirty texts, and we kissed once, again before I got my boyfriend. Once I got my boyfriend, I stopped hanging around with this other guy. However, every year he texts my boyfriend making up lies about me, saying I'm cheating on my boyfriend with him, or that I text him saying I hate my boyfriend, and other ridiculous lies. My boyfriend doesn't believe him, of course, but I can see it really gets to him, understandably. He has me blocked, so I can't text him and see what his problem is. What do I do to make him stop? What is even the point of doing this in the first place?
Call the fucking guards. What's that all about? Like,
what?
He's clearly bitter.
Clearly.
But it's taken it to a whole new level. Wait, what? Every year he checks. Is it on a specific
It's like an
date?
anniversary.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Is it on a specific date every year? Like, can you tell when he's going to do this? That is.
Would you get your boyfriend to block him and be like, here, mate, like,
go away, you big weirdo.
At this point, obviously, he knows it's all lies.
Yeah, if your boyfriend isn't believing them,
and it's obviously not true.
It's obviously not true. Get your boyfriend to block him as well. What's he at? Like, does he think,
or be like, here, fuck off?
Does he just want to see the two of them break up and then he'll be happy, like the other fella?
Very odd.
No, that's weird.
And a boyfriend doesn't believe him, of course. Yeah, well, then I think to get your boyfriend to block him.
Like, if you were friends with this fella, can he not just be happy for you? You kissed him once, like, it's not as if you got engaged and were married.
You must just have that special kiss that makes him fall in love.
Like Sleeping Beauty.
Literally. Oh my God.
No, I would be highly concerned about this man. What the fuck?
8 years? And this man has been obsessed for 8 years. He's texting every year. I think get your boyfriend to block him. But save, because obviously it's annoying for your boyfriend to hear it. Even
the fact he texts your boyfriend saying that you've been cheating with him.
Yeah. And saying that she says, she hated you.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I'm just so baffled.
What? Fucking
Your board said she hates you.
Yeah.
No, he's not well.
He's not one bit well.
What? That's just like, what outcome is your man looking for? You even asked it yourself. What is even the point of doing this in the first place?
Especially if he doesn't believe him. It's like, why are you still trying to convince him every year?
What is the outcome that he is genuinely looking for?
I don't know what his point is there to be doing that, but I think
he must hold a mad grudge.
I think if getting your boyfriend to block him on everything would be the best option, because then he can't spread these heinous lies.
Heinous lies.
Honestly.
You know, he's clearly holding on to a mental grudge.
Yeah.
But yeah, block him completely out.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Because even though she was saying obviously the lies, it still isn't nice to get to hear.
Of course not, yeah.
Yeah. I think for your sake and your boyfriend's sake, get him blocked on everything.
Yeah. The next one then is, hi girls, I've recently gotten into a new relationship with a boy I've met at work. I instantly felt drawn to him, and after a couple of months of being friends, we finally started going on dates. We have now been in a relationship for a month. Everything is perfect. He's kind. He's kind, gentle and loving. He's never given me a reason not to trust him, but I'm really struggling to find trust. I was in a relationship for 3 years before this. I was very insecure, felt like I needed to check his phone all the time and wanted to control everything he did, etc. I regret this a lot since I was very young and wasn't sure of myself. Although I am more confident now, I'm still finding it hard to find that trust. I've never looked through my new boyfriend's phone, but I find myself feeling the urge to. I don't want him to think I am controlling or insecure. I've talked to him about my trust issues. Oh my God, I can't even say that. Issues. And he is always very reassuring and understanding. But I struggle to take his word for it. I can't help but think I would find little things on his phone that indicate unloyalty, such as searching other girls on social media, etc. He doesn't go out that much, but I feel like when he does, I will drive myself insane worrying about him being unloyal. He has also never been in a serious relationship, so I worry that he will make mistakes due to this, as he may not fully understand what full loyalty means. I'd love some help from you girls on how I should deal with the situation. Should I be more open about him and my issues? With him about my issues? Do you girls have any tips on how to learn to trust somebody just because they say you can? Thank you.
I think the only thing you can say, a tip to trust more, is like, it sounds so silly, but like knowing that you can't change if they're gonna
do
something or not. And if you worry about something before it happens, you go through it twice.
Well done, Cher.
So I think that's the only tip you can give. How else can you like make someone trust someone?
I don't think there's anything physical you can do.
No. I think it's just gonna take time to build trust with them, because you don't know them that long.
Yeah.
Do you know, like that's just something.
You're only a new relationship. It's something that needs to come from both of you.
Yeah. But I don't think him not being in a relationship before is going to make him
unloyal now.
So
no.
People know what it's like to be loyal. Yeah. The basic rules of what to do and what not to do.
It's really not that complicated.
No, he shouldn't. But I think being honest with him about your trust issues is a good thing, because he needs to know that. I think it's just communication and honesty with him as well.
Being honest with each other.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything that you should need to hold back from sharing with him. Like, and it'll help the two of you then in the long run.
Yeah.
So I think just letting them know that, listen, I have really bad trust issues. It's nothing that you've done. Mm-hmm. It's just from past experience.
Just how I am, yeah.
It's just how I am. I'm going to bring it. It's a known fact. You're going to bring it into a new relationship with you.
Yeah.
So at least if he can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Just be like, I'm working on it, but like they are still there.
Yeah.
If something like, if I ever go on your phone. No, but like, because you couldn't really excuse it for that. I feel like going on someone's phone is a very, like, invasion of their privacy.
Yeah.
I've done it. But like,
I think we all have. Yeah.
But like, you couldn't be like, oh, sorry. Like, if you found nothing on it, say, you couldn't be like, sorry, it's my trust issues. Like, that wouldn't really excuse it.
No, yeah.
If you did find something on it, then you wouldn't even have that conversation. But I think my phone is flipping over. Yeah, I don't know.
I think like there's no action that you can do. I think you just have to really lean into it and just start trusting him. Like if he's given you no reason to not trust him, and it's only a problem with you in the nicest way possible, that's a you problem. That's not a him problem.
That as well for myself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a you problem, but not necessarily a problem. Just something that you need to work on with yourself.
Yeah.
So
even it's therapy.
Charlene loves the therapy.
I think would be great as well to kind of talk through it and like see where they're rooting from, because if you don't actually heal from something, it will keep coming up. And if for her it's coming up in a new healthy relationship, so obviously it's still deep down in her, so that would be really helpful as well, I think, to attend. Yeah, but I think trust him as much as you can. It sounds so stupid, but like it's just,
if he's never given you a reason not to, there's no reason why you shouldn't then.
And try to assume the best from him, because not everyone is bad.
Yeah,
there's some bad eggs out there, but not everyone is bad. And you'll ruin the experience of having a new exciting relationship if you just are worrying all the time.
Yeah.
It sounds silly,
and have it like your last one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll nearly like turn it into a bad one by worrying too much.
Being like that.
Yeah. And even talking to your friends about it, and just being like, have you been in situations like this? Or like,
but letting him know where you are.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. The last one is, hi girls, I love the podcast since day one. You are the realest out there.
Oh my god, thank
you. I've been wanting to get my nose done for quite some years now, as it's my biggest insecurity.
But I thought you meant pierce. That's why I laughed. Sorry.
Oh, she wanted a pierce?
Yeah.
That's my biggest insecurity, but I don't know where to start. How did you find a good place abroad to do it that's trustworthy? Would love the advice, as I don't want a botched face.
Take it away, Cher.
I would have only went somewhere that I knew someone had been.
Okay.
Because
someone
I feel like
you personally know.
Word of mouth is like the best. Yeah, personally.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is the best way of like, for something like that.
Yeah.
To make you feel at ease, I think. Because you can ask them about the experience. Like, people are always really nice when you ask them about like how was it, and like the steps, and like they talk you through exactly what's going to happen, because different surgeons are different what they do.
Yeah.
So at least if you know someone, you can feel like really ready for it then.
Okay.
So yeah, I think like someone you know that's even got it done, or a friend of a friend. A lot of people you talked about surgery are always really
They want
open.
to help.
They want to help
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. Now I think I shared my surgeon once or something, but I always said after the boobs that I didn't want to share my nose as well. I just didn't want to become like a plastic surgery page or like me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's my personal decision. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Not saying about in the future. I might, but for that time I just didn't want to. But I think someone you know personally, or like even if you know someone online, like there's Facebook groups for rhinoplasty. I'm in a few of them.
No way.
You can put up like, has anyone been to this doctor?
Yeah.
You can find people through them.
And they'll
It's
just
like,
share their
it's
experience.
called Rhinoplasty Worldwide, I think. But they share their experience. You can literally type in a surgeon's name and you'll get different before and afters of girls who've went and boys like have went and got them done. So that's really helpful as well if you don't personally know someone.
Yeah.
Not even know someone's had surgery.
Yeah.
So I think Facebook groups would be good.
How do you worry about the what she says at the end there about botched faced? Like, do you ever feel you'd look completely different?
Yeah,
after
that's
getting
what
it
was
done?
my fear. I nearly got it more natural than
You wanted?
No, not that I wanted, but like I was like, make sure it's so natural. Like I was like nearly emphasizing it.
People wouldn't have known if you didn't post that you got it done.
No,
People
would
wouldn't have
know.
known.
I
The
know.
only people that would know would be you.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
you could have genuinely got away
Yeah, I know.
with no one knowing.
Yeah, and I might have to go again, guys, as well, because when I fainted, like chunk came out of my nose.
Great.
So that's great. But yeah, I think there's always a fear of that because it's right in the centre of your face. A nose is a big deal, and like a lot of things.
Not that any surgery isn't a big
no,
deal, but like
they all are.
that's the middle of your face.
Yeah, it's one of the
It
first
frames
things
your
people
face.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think just finding someone that whose work you like as well, because some doctors will only do one style nose and they won't even listen to you. So knowing that a doctor does a style nose that you like is important.
Okay.
Because fuck that. There's some of them just like they do what they like.
Yeah.
Not what you
Their
like.
style. They stick
I think
to
if you
that.
find a surgeon that does a lot of different styles, then you know that they'll do what you want. Whereas if their page is all the same style nose, they
That's
probably just do that
a
style
red
nose.
flag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a surgery red flag.
Yeah.
So you can send your dilemmas into homeidrink@goloudnow.com. If you have any dilemmas that you want answered, new episodes of Home I Drink Extra Juice come out every Monday. Our main episodes are out on Wednesday. Thanks to Primark for sponsoring this episode.
We love you so much.
We love you the most. Make sure to like, rate and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Love you.
Bye.
Hold My Drink Extra Juice with Charlene and Ellie. A GoLoud original podcast, proudly sponsored by Pennies. Whether it's stylish savings, a new double snuddy, gym gear, or some beauty bits you're looking for, Pennies is the ultimate high street destination.